Hello, Orange Cat here. We're playing Pokemon Violet. We're at the point where we defeated all the Team Star crews. We're headed to find out who is Cassiopeia. And if you checked out Pokemon Scarlet, which I played through, both games, Pokemon Scarlet as Pokemon Violet, have basically the same storylines. There are only a few differences. So let's continue. What's up? Oh, come on. The name's Clive, remember? Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this letter performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity. Haha. I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Waiver Academy, Mr. Clavell. What? But my disguise was perfect. Although, now that I think about it, I did neglect to keep up my youthful act on few occasions. That must have been what gave me away. Regardless, there's still one more astonishing truth I must reveal to you. The true identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me, all along. Honest to goodness, when you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, that was actually a pre-recorded voice. Pulled it off using, one of those high-tech gizmos. Oh yes, it was very clever. So, now you know I'm the big boss. That means there's just one thing left to do. Place me in a final showdown to decide it all. I'm Cassiopeia of Team Star. With this battle, I will finally bring Operation Starfall to an end. So, this Pokemon Orangur is from Pokemon Scarlet and is a fight type Pokemon, and in Pokemon Violet you have the opposite Pokemon that looks like a Maki Pokemon, and that lives in, you can find it in Tekkit 3 area where you find the Potion crew. The Abomas Snow is an evolution of Snoover and is an grass and ice type Pokemon. So fire attacks are super effective as well as fighting types. And Break also breaks attacks such as Light Screen, the barriers. Houndoom, Dog type and Fire type Pokemon. You can catch the pre-evolution Howdoer in the cave near where you find Miraidon and Koraidon. If you want one in your team, you're able to go there after you unlock the open world. That Pokemon you can also find in the wild. I only found the pre-evolution one, because to evolve it you need to find a correct teapot, and then to evolve a poltergeist. If you find it in the wild, it's hidden in a flying saucer or a flying teacup, and is a ghost type Pokemon. The dog type moves are effective. Among Us, a mushroom Pokemon, the pre-evolution you can find in several places, and it looks like a tiny Pokeball from above. And is a grass type Pokemon and potion, or at least potion type Pokemon. And you can find both of them, the pre-evolution as the final evolution. You can catch it. Clavell, that is the starter Pokemon you didn't choose. If you choose Rococo, the Ioma will choose Perigato, and actually you will stay with Clavell and he trained that one. If you choose Clavell, the Ioma will choose Rococo and Clavell keep a fight with Sprigatito, and vice versa for all Pokemon. And is in fighting and water type, so flying attacks as well as electric type attacks are effective. And if his terror type is full and water type, electric attacks and grass type attacks are effective. How strong you have grown. Well now, It seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I'm not actually Cassiopeia. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you. Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden, but I believe I can hazard a guess as to who they might be. That is why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could hope to stand against them and win. So I challenge you to a battle to test your skills. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out, you are just as strong as your kind. If anyone has a chance of saving that poor child, it surely is you. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task, but please, defeat Cassiopeia. Take on the big boss of Team Star and win. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I leave this in your hands. You there! What do you think you're doing? Ah, Miss Time, a pleasure to see you. It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Clavell. I come here to investigate reports of an illicit battle on the school grounds, and what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking? No, if I could just explain, you see, it's a rather sad tale. Oh, spare me, your excuses reek worse than the stunkies behind. Stunkies behind? Oh, remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting you. You write a letter of apology to the students and the faculty at once, and I'm reporting this to the chairwoman of the school board. Make no mistakes. Good gracious, no. Anything but that, I implore you. Okay, so now we're headed off to the schoolyard and find out who Cassiopeia is. So, whether you deduced it yourself, or maybe you already know from Pokemon Scarlet, he or she who is Cassiopeia. Thanks for coming. This must be quite a shock to you. The big boss, Cassiopeia, they were above me all along. When I saw you make quick work of those Team Star lackeys outside the school at the time, the idea for Operation Starfall suddenly came to me. My skills led me to get hold of as much leak points as I want, so I decided to use them to tempt you into helping me out. After Operation started, I kept an eye on you as a member of the supply unit. I had you battle the bosses on my behalf, all for the goal of defeating me and putting an end to Team Star once and for all. But still, there's a part of me that wants Team Star to live on. I can't just roll over and let you win without putting up a fight. This is the final showdown. Are you ready? Thanks. Sure to keep you. The letter of apology Miss Time had me. Making the preparations took longer than expected. That voice. Are you Clive? Penny, So it was you no, I mean, is it you, Cassiopeia? In the flesh, I have a task for you, Clive, if you accept it. I want you to record what happens next so I can send the video to Team Star. They need to see the outcome of this battle for themselves. Okay, will do. Then allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm the big boss of Team Star. The name's Cassiopeia. No, Penny. And now bow down before the overwhelming might of Team Star's founder. So Penny is a EV trainer. So basically has almost every EV evolution. Umbreon is a dark type Pokemon and you can find them in Paldea already as an Umbreon. And otherwise you can evolve an Eevee with high enough affinity level and evolve it at the night and it will turn into Umbreon. So dark type are weak against fighting type moves. Vaporeon you can find in several places with water. And you can also get it by evolving an Eevee with a water stone. You'll be able to get a Vaporeon as well. I haven't seen a Flareon yet in the wild, but you can also get it by evolving an Eevee with a Firestone. It's a fire type Pokemon. So fire types are weak against ground and water attacks. So Jolteon is an electric type Pokemon and you can also catch it or find it by evolving an Eevee with a Thunderstone. And electric types are weak against ground type attacks. A Levion is a grass type Pokemon, and it evolves by having an Eevee evolve by using a grass stone. So in this game you can get it by evolving it with a grass stone. In other Pokemon games you get a bit more difficulty, you have to level up an Eevee in a specific place, in a specific stone nearby. But in this game you can evolve it with a grass stone. Sylveon is a fairy type Pokemon and you can catch it in the wild. I caught one, and otherwise you can get an Eevee by a Sylveon by having an Eevee with a high affinity level and also know one fairy type move. Then it has to level up one level and then it will evolve in a Sylveon. And will terrestrialize in a fairy type. The fairy type are weak against potion type attacks. It's finally over, guys. It's done. We're done here. I think we should call it quits. Hold up, I saying we should break up the team? We gotta be joking. We got carried away with Operation Star. Now everything's gotten out of hand. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you round up a bunch of bullies in the courtyard and made a show of learning them some manners. But we didn't even fight them in the end. We didn't do anything wrong. Indeed, merely did we declare our intention to battle tooth and nail should the villains persist in the tyrannous oppression. It was a bloodless victory, we assure you. Yeah, they didn't even send out the Pokemon, they just blubbered and apologized a whole lot. Our outfits must have spooked them good. But the bullies made a huge stink about what went down and they all end up leaving the academy. Our plan backfired epically. There's no way we're getting off scot-free. I guess you're right, this little stunt might have put us up the creek. I'll fix this mess on my end, just leave it to me. What are you saying? I'm the one who started Team Star. I dragged you all into this, so I take responsibility for everything. Oh, noble and kind boss, you cannot. Now that the bullies are gone, you guys should start going to school again. Oh yeah, and what about you? I can't go back. Why? There's no reason for you to stay shut in your room anymore, right? All I can say to you guys is thanks. Even though we never met in person, you were also kind to me. Stop right there. Why are you talking like we never speak again? I need to go take care of some things. Speak to us. What is that intent? Hey, big boss, answer us. Bye bye guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything. And you too, Clive. I'm glad I could see this through the end. I guess this is it for Team Star. And me too. Hold that thought, Miss Penny. I'd like to check something with you first. Check what? Why restore to something like Operation Starfall if you're the big boss of Team Star? Wasn't there any other way to handle this? I tried telling the bosses that were done once before, but they still didn't quit. Why not simply order them to? Our code states that no one in the team has the right to order people around. I could ask them to do all to do stuff, but I could never order them. So it's back to the code once again. The bosses must have taken it very seriously. They did. That's why I knew I could use it to force Team Star to disband. Because the bosses would do anything the code required of them, even leave the team? Yes, and according to the code they had to accept any challenge made to them. Thus the idea for Operation Starfall. Cassiopeia, let me ask you one last thing. What does Team Star? No, what do your friends in the team mean to you? They're my greatest treasure. Splendid. Thank you for apprising me of the situation, Miss Penny. Huh? What? Now, young lady, there's something I should very much like to discuss with you. Hey, quit it with the old geezer act, Clive. You're creeping me out. Indeed. Well then, before we talk further, allow me to reveal to you my own secret identity. Ta-da! They're acting Clavell. This as Cassiopeia was your disguise, the boy you knew as Clive was mine. But why? I needed a way to talk to Team Star on equal terms. Students do tend to shy away from speaking their mind to the teachers after all, much more so when faced with the director of the academy. Yeah, but where do I even start? Wasn't the outfit a bit much? Plus, I have some big feelings about that wig. Well, it's quite enough for that now. Everyone, why don't you come on out? Yo, big boss, long time no see. More like long time no meet, right? I mean, we only found your real name just now. Barely in thy long hidden countenance, a sight for sore eyes, my lady. So, I heard your real name's Penny. How have you been this whole time? We found you at last. You have no idea how worried we've been. Okay, gang. On the count of 3. Hasta la vista, Cassiopeia. And hello, Penny. Now then, Miss Penny, and each of you young bosses as well. On the behalf of the Academy, I have something I would like to say to Team Star. You all have my sincerest apologies. As the director of the Academy, I let you down. My handling of your situation was a dismay of failure. You all told me about your reasons for forming Team Star and about your subsequent actions. Ever since my first days as director, all I ever experienced of the Academy is an environment blessed freely from bullying. But now I know this peace was built on the backs of your hurt and anger, and of course your immense courage in putting things to right. And so, I'll get straight to the conclusion. The Academy's order for Team Star to disband and my threat to expel those who did not obey are hereby revoked. Does that mean what I think it means? Indeed, Team Star can continue to exist, should that be your wish. Woohoo, Penny, isn't that great? Now we can all stay together. Oh, my heart is giddy with glee. But I betrayed all of you. You mean Operation Starfall? Director Clavell told us all about it. As far as we heard, you only went through with it to save us from getting expelled. You were just worried about us, right? Not like we ever checked the team, just cause so many daughters though, after all, ain't our style. I cannot even begin to imagine how you must have feared for us, Lady Penny. Sorry for making you worry. We're all okay now. Hold on, everyone. I have more to say. As previously stated, the requirement for Team Star to disband has been revoked. However, there are still some unsettled matters to discuss. Allow me to provide a few examples. Your protracted truancy, your brazen customization of our school uniforms, your unauthorized uses of academy equipment, your reckless modification and jeopardous driving of Pokemon-powered vehicles. Need I go on? Your flagrant disregard for school rules cannot simply be overlooked. Thus, as punishment, you will all be required to engage in community service. Yes, specifically I will ask you to manage the STCs, the Star Training Centers. They shall be facilities for cultivating Pokemon trainers' talents. I plan for the Academy to found them in collaboration with the Pokemon League. The idea came to me when I saw them battling our way through your bases. The bases construction, as well as the battle tactics employed by the students in Team Star, are remarkably unique and creative. I would ask that you continue your team activities but henceforth as STC staff members using your former bases as training facilities. And that is the sum of it. Does anyone have any concerns? No. It sounds like fun, so I don't see how this be anything but a win-win. This may be a weird thing to say since the STCs are supposed to be punishment and all, but you should totally join in too, Penny. It's true. We will most happily have you at our side, my lady. We can go to school together. That way, if anything happens, we will be there to protect you. We were already talking about how great it'd be to have both Team Star and school in our lives. This would be a sweet deal for us. So, what do you say? But I just don't need to give you a response right this moment, Miss Penny. You take some time to decide, for at least I think our little group should go their separate ways. I don't want to say you should break up Team Star after all, I simply meant it's time to leave. Please stop by my office later, if you would. Here you are. I wanted to thank you for all your hard work in resolving the situation with Team Star. If not for you, I suspect I would have done the team a grievous injustice in my choice of punishment for their actions. You have my sincere gratitude. Who is it? Miss Penny, do come in. Hello, Director. About the STCs. I like to work on them together with the rest of Team Star. That is wonderful news. Thank you very much for your favorable response. But, I should be punished more heavily than the others, I think. Why so? Because of Operation Starfall? No, not that, because of the really other bad thing I did. And what would that be? You know, the league points I gave you both in exchange for helping me with Operation Starfall. I got hold of it sort of illegally by hacking the Pokemon's League's LP's management system. I see, that is quite a revelation. I do not think such a thing was even possible in the first place. It wasn't all that hard. I'm really sorry. I won't do it again. This is rather out of my jurisdiction, I'm afraid. I will have to consult Miss Gita, the Pokemon League chairwoman, on how best to proceed. I figured as much. I do apologize, but I will have to ask you to give us some privacy. There's something I want to talk about you. Could you meet me in front of the school stairs? You know where we first met? Hasta la vista. The thought up that catchphrase back when we created the team. It's so cringy, it's perfect, you know? Anyway, about the leak point thing, I thought I was going down big time for hacking the leak point system, but they're letting me off easy. The Pokemon League said they waive my debt if I do some volunteer engineering for them. They even asked me to come work for them after I graduate. I can't believe that. Director Clavell and that guitar lady kept complimenting me like a weird amount. Apparently I have outstanding talent or something. Sorry for calling you out here to meet like this. I'm still not great with people face to face. I never seem to find the right words, but... Thank you so much. You saved Team Star and my friends along with it. I know words won't ever be enough to properly thank you for all you've done, so here. I'm sure you put it to good use, and one more thing. I want to repay the debt I owe you. If you ever think of a way you can do that, just let me know. I'm great with machines and hacking and stuff. So next time, I'll be the one helping you. Be seeing you then. Hasta la vista. So that is the completion of the Starfall Street. Only thing left to do is some classes and the Pokemon League. So thank you all for watching. Wish you all well. See you in the next video.